Hello, future people. Major Stocks here from GettingTabled. Today I got my Company Heroes 2 pledge from Kickstarter. Been very excited for this. Huge shout out to Bad Coop Games and the vision that Chris Gableson had before his unfortunate passing, and for Brian, his brother, stepping up to making sure this pledge gets fulfilled, along with Rudy Visser and the rest of the team there at Bad Coop Games. They've had a hard time trying to pick up the pieces from, like I said, Chris's death back in 2022, trying to decide whether or not they were going to fund this or complete this pledge, even though all the backers wanted it. Finally, with the uncertainty with tariffs going on right now, a huge shout out to them as well for working with us U.S. backers on trying to decide what we wanted to do to try and avoid some of the tariffs that are going on right now. So I'm going to do about 5 unboxings and videos to kind of go through everything, because I've kind of divided up into 5 different piles that are similar in a sense. And let's get started. Alright, so here we got the upgrade kit for the second edition. I have first edition already, so I didn't need a full-on new edition of the actual game. I just needed the update kit to update it all into my old stuff into second edition. Pull this open. So as you can see here, I've pulled out all the cellophane already, just so it's not loud and stuff like that. But we've got some new objective token or resource tokens and victory objective tokens. So very nice. They got they're acrylic, so very nice. The other ones in the first edition were cardboard, so this acrylic is going to be really nice on the board. They are double-sided, so this one has 2 fuels, whereas you can flip it over and only have 1 fuel. And there's a whole variety of them, so a lot of goodness there. Next up, we got the new command boards. So I got 4 of these, and I'll kind of show you the difference between. So this is the new one, as you can see here. Sorry, this is the old one. It only goes up to 9 down here on the income track, whereas on this new one, it goes up to 10, because they have updated it so that you can now go 10 or more resources on the track. Same thing with the incomes, the actual over here, or sorry, this is your stockpiles. On the incomes, you can actually go more than 5 on this, so nice addition to have those changes. Now that we're able to go above 5 and 10 on our income and stockpile tracks. Some terrain cutouts. This is the cathedral cutout. I actually have the terrain piece for this, but it's nice that if you don't have it, you now have the cutout for it. And some new, this is for some map changes for the original boards. That way you can overlay them on the new map or the old maps, and they'll affect with the changes that you have. So pretty nice with those. And then some more cutout tiles for various mission scenarios. So a couple of those sheets, pretty cool looking. Here you've got a whole bunch of other resource pieces. You got all your dice, your primary action dice that you have here for weapon upgrades and movement and different results, setting up your artillery and whatnot. You got all your damage style dices. It's a great addition that they made to make your heavy vehicles, your light vehicles, and your buildings all different damage dice colors. Love that aspect to them. Your veterancy dice, as well as some of your other unit specific dice. Oh, sorry, these are the ones you use to set up and tear down infantry guns and whatnot. And then some other veterancy style dice as well. So cool aspect to these. I got some little figurines as well. Got a sexton, British sexton here. The turret for a Sherman 76. Actually, 2 Sherman 76 turrets. 2 T-34 85 turrets, a little Stuart, so pretty nice little, and the big guy, the German Elephant tank. Great models on these. I do plan on painting them eventually. I've had plans to paint my other ones, but I haven't gotten around to them yet. Some flags, 3 different colors of flag: green, gray, and tan. And then you now have additional cubes, action cubes, command point cubes, to supplement the old stuff, because you now add additional command cubes. New building boards. So I won't go through all these, but new set of building boards. These are now the new operation cards to show there's a couple different ways you can play the game. You can play the game solo, you can play it co-op, but then you can also play with a set number of CPs, command point cubes, or you can play with these operation deck, and it'll tell you what number of command point cubes you can play with depending on what card you draw, which I think is an awesome dynamic of being able to play the game. Whole pack of commander board or commander cards, so for all the factions. So a huge range of new command cards for faction and commanders. So looking forward to going through all those and picking out the ones that I enjoy more. So a really good set here. Push that off to the side. Couple of decal sheets. I got 2 of these so that once I paint up my stuff, I can put decals on them and whatnot. So definitely be using those when it comes time. So there were some changes after printing the rulebook that they made on building. So these are some stickers to put in the rulebook itself. So awesome job there, Bad Crow Games. Painting guide and how to care for miniatures if you want to paint. They have some little guides back here, some erratas and painting guide, QR codes that you can go and look up real quick and easy. New rulebook for 2nd edition. As usual, great, easy layout to read, to go over all your mechanics of the game. So really good layout. I've enjoyed their layout since the start. And then a faction guide book for all the various factions to kind of go over their unique abilities, their commanders, and whatnot. So, and then a new mission booklet. Again, great aspect of telling you your starting resources. Down here for this one, for example, how many map boards you need, how many players, where the players spawn as teams, whatnot. All these different symbologies down here. This is MR2 and MO1. Tells you what map board to use, because like I said, I have the original maps. I'm getting a legacy map pack that I'll show in another video. But then this also comes with 2 map section boards. Here's the Moral River 2 board. I won't unfold this all the way, but just kind of give you the details on these maps are exceptional. Very well done. Bad Crow Games again for all this. So this is my main upgrade kit, and I will stop this video and I will set up for the next one. We'll see you in a bit. All right, back here for my second one. I got the Legacy map pack here. So bunch of about 6 sheets of various terrain overlay tiles to be used for various mission scenarios and whatnot. Pretty cool that they've got the cover printed on them already and various different abilities on the tiles themselves, infantry, healing your infantry, whatnot. So cool tiles there. And then these are the 4 original map boards. Draw points 1 and 2, and the monastery 1 and 2 as well. So again, I'm not going to unfold these. These things are pretty big, but this is to help upgrade all the maps from the 1st edition to 2nd edition, along with these new map tiles. So I thought there was going to be a little bit more to this video, so I will set up for the next one. We'll see you in a bit. Alright, here with some terrain now and some dice as well. I figured I'd do the dice in this one as well. But this is Terrain Pack 3, as I showed on the box before I pulled it away. This was some extensions for terrain that you can use. So a couple of red and blue flag pack sets to be used for as the other game. This is what sold me on this. Is in the game on the board you've got green and you've got yellow bordered tiles occasionally that clarify different covers. So you can, with these, you can now put these on the map board itself and say, okay, this is light cover. All these walls, all these rock formations, this is now hard cover. So this is what really sold me on these. So variety of fences with some light poles to go along with those. I've got some other broken steel fences. I mean, these in here, and then below I've got some other little decorations to be used for, pull these out of the, I don't want to spill these all over. Again, some little decorations that can be used. Just to give a little bit of detail on that fence. So different varieties to be used, different ways. Down below, again, some more rocks, walls, some other trees. And then some wooden bridges to be used on river crossings and stuff like that. And then in here, got a couple of different buildings. You can actually use these buildings to make a factory. So you've got regular building that's not destroyed, and then you got some that are destroyed, second story, whatnot. And then you've got some various decorations. You've got chimney stacks. These will actually be used to assemble to make different parts of the building. So a couple of smokestacks, a couple of other ornamentations. So very cool concept. Again, as I saw, what sold me at first were these trees, these green trees, just for the coverings and stuff like that. I thought they were a cool idea, as well as these rock walls. So looking forward to painting these all up, making them a little nice, putting some shading on them, just so they're little different decorations, whatnot. So definitely going to be painting these up in the future, along with all my other projects that I have working on. Get these set off to the side, and I will show you what I have coming up next. Alright, so if I can get this box open, got another mini flag pack. Again, that you get a set of flags in the Terrain 1 pack from first edition, but I wanted a couple more flags, flagpole sets. But I was wanting more flag poles as well. That way when I play the larger 3-player games and stuff like that, I can use these in conjunction with the other ones that I get in set 1. So this comes with 12. See on the box. Yep, 12 flag poles. They're all the same. And then again, set of flags. So I've got 4 or 5 bags of flags that I've 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 7 bags of flags that I've seen so far, just in the upgrade kits and the various unit boxes that I have. But like I said, wanting that so I could play bigger, larger games. So as part of the Kickstarter pledge, or not the pledge, the Kickstarter itself, as I mentioned in my intro video, Chris Gableson, the creator of Bad Crow Games and the lead designer on this, he passed away unfortunately and unexpectedly back in October of 2022. And during the Kickstarter campaign, they said, hey, we want to do something as a charity stretch goal in a sense, I'd call it. Design this terrain piece that they could use to send off to the proceeds off to charity. If I'm remembering it correctly, again, this Kickstarter was back in 2021, 2022 when it came out originally. And the community was totally behind it. And so they designed this massive bunker. So this is what a standard size bunker looks like. I've got a couple from Terrain Pack 2 from the first edition. But then they just went on and added it so that you can now make this monstrosity of a bunker. And all the lids are removable, so you can put infantry trays inside the building if you want to. So just a huge coastal bunker that you can do as part of your terrain missions and whatnot. So excited about those. And then I got 2 of these. I won't here's the other box. I haven't taken the cellophane wrap around it off of it yet, but like I said in one of the earlier videos, I knew I was going to want a lot of white dice, as well as some more vehicle trays. Vehicle trays were kind of scarce in the first edition as well. You only got like 6 or so, and so sometimes the vehicle trays are nice to use for all your dice, so they're not scattered all over the board when you're taking your vehicles around. So I got these for the vehicle trays, but then, like I said, just scores of dice of the various damage types, your action dice, and it also comes with a cloth bag to store all your dice in. So I got 2 sets of these, again, knowing that I was going to need a lot of dice. So, all right, so these next 3 are kind of going to be unit expansion pieces. I've got 2. I'll show you here in a minute. I've got a second U.S. company force, and another second Wehrmacht company force. I got these because I wanted to play 3-on-3s. I can play 4-on-4s right now, but I wanted to play 3-on-3s. So I got one more Axis side and one more Allied side. I do have the U.S., British, and Russian in the first edition, but that way if I wanted to play 2 U.S. and a British, I can, or whatever the case may be. But first up, we got the Lost Brigades set. Pull this box off. And in here, we've got the commanders for the Lost Brigades. So these are specialized companies that you can play with that use only these vehicles. So if you want to play with any of these vehicles, you use one of these commanders. You've got some other specialized unit cards here that go along with some of the other commanders or companies and other units. So, for example, here you've got British 17th Pounder, Veteran Churchill Averys, so various units across all the factions. Command Panthers, Sergeant or SCG-44 rifle, Captured Command Panther. So, variety of weapon and unit abilities that you can use. And then in here we've got a Sherman 105 turret. So there's a different variety of Shermans that you can do. You've got a M36 turret. pull out one of the bulldozers. So we now have American Shermans with the bulldozers on them that you can use with various different turrets to go along with them. So, and then you've got SDK FZ 251 half track. So very nice anti-tank gun on this half track. And then inside this little bag, pull out one of these little pieces. On the original half tracks, you can trade them out for these ones, and you can upgrade them with these little guns, and you can put them on the little inside the little stanchions there where they go, and you can change your other half tracks to a variety of different half tracks to use in the game. So great system to be able to use the regular half tracks in a variety of ways. Pretty cool concept. You've got the British Valentine tank, so nice little light tank. The Russian KV-8, so again, good looking model, no real issues with the production. Looking forward to, as I said with the others from the main pack, getting this painted eventually. And then some Flam Panthers. So again, pretty cool little assault gun, but instead it has the Flam Panzer gun. So that's what I got in the Lost Brigade. And then I'll show you my Wehrmacht, as it's quickly pronounced. Again, command board. Each pack of these you get your own command board. That way you don't have to, if you're wanting to play with more players, you got a command board already. In here you got all your vehicles and stuff like that. You've got your Kuba wagons, your Tigers, your Oswins, your Panzer IVs, your Brumbars, and your SD the 222s. And then you got all your infantry in a bag here, as well as your Panzer Schreck anti-tank infantry there. Again, really good modeling, really good detail on the tanks. And then in this tray, once again, you've got your building boards and your commanders to be used, a timer, because you can use time for doing your commands. This is kind of nice. In the first edition, you would share these across the board for anti-tank, machine gun, and mortar infantry. It's nice that they have their own now. Some infantry trays. Once again, your condition dice as well as your veteran dice. Your command cubes. This is for your resource track on your command board. Some more veteran C dice type, and then your regular action dice. So a lot of these extra dice. In the first edition, I only had one set of these dice. I was running through them like left to right. So it's good that we're getting extras across this update kit. I'll show you. You'll see them in another video. I also got some additional dice packs and trays because I knew I was going to need more dice eventually. But it's good to see that they're coming as well. Here's my U.S. forces. Again, the command board, and once again, pieces. 76 millimeter Shermans, Greyhound, little Greyhound trucks, the Willys Jeeps, Priests. Again, really good. The Wolverines, the M10s. Wolverines, which you can use the M36 turrets on these. And then once again, you got the regular infantry, and you got your bazooka infantry pack. And then this is probably going to be the exact same as the Germans, just different colors. For your command cubes, again, infantry trays, all the other dice, your command boards, your commanders, your building cards. So once again, looking forward to having a 3-on-3 game, other than using some AI with the solo expansion. All right, here with the last video. Got a 4 more boxes to open and show you. So I got the Captured Panthers, getting some flags. These are for Allied players to use, and some as well as the Germans. Pretty much any of them. But the Allies, if they do use them, they're able to use these Panthers as captured pieces. It's the British, the Wehrmacht, OKW. But once again, pull these out. Really nice detailing on these Panthers. Definitely will be painting these up. Probably a German gray. Don't know if I'll putting on any decals, just because you can use them as Captured Panthers with some of these commanders. But very cool looking. So a couple of flags too, flag poles, flags as well. Set that one off to the side. So I have Ober Commando from first edition. So this is the update kit to go along with them to update some stuff. Again, a command card, new commanders, command buildings, command points, cubes, more dice. Again, loving having all these extra dice. And then these are some cool. So if you've played the computer game, you know with Ober Commando, when you're building your extra building, you can get these buildings set up. You build the little trucks, and then you take them around, and then you turn them into buildings. So here you got the actual, whoop, as I would drop it, not broken, but got the actual building upgrade. You got your damage dice, some other dice that you can put there. So here's the, this is I think building 3, and then building 2 here. So really cool concept. That way you can spawn your units here in the building from those, basically just like you can in the computer game. Put that all off to the side. And then I didn't get this as the first pledge from the first Kickstarter, but I decided to pick it up in this Kickstarter campaign. So this is the Elite Commanders box, and it just has a whole heap of new commanders. Again, I mean, just to add on to the pile that you saw from the upgrade kit. Again, for all the factions that you can use. You've got the Pershing for the Americans. So a huge heavy tank for the Americans, finally, to go against the Tigers, the Elephant, even the King Tiger here that we see for the Germans, and the Jag Panther tank destroyer for the Germans. We've got some little Stuarts, some little light tanks for the Americans. You've got the Sherman Calliopes. So you got a regular Sherman, but then, like you have in the game, you can put these little rocket launchers on top, and they shoot a salvo of rockets at the enemy. So very, very cool. Moving over to the British, you've got the British Sherman Firefly. So very cool upgun Sherman. You've got some British Sextons. You saw one of these in one of the earlier boxes as well. Can't remember which one. I've opened so many boxes up today. But good to see the Sextons. And then some British Comets Again, really cool. They do have all the names underneath. That way you pull these out of their trays, you know where they go or know what it is. Moving over to the Russians, you've got an IS-2. So again, really nice. All the turrets, they are a little tight, but they do move as well. And then you got some KV-2s for the Russians as well. So big beefy tanks. So looking forward to being able to play with these in the game. Like I said, I didn't grab these during the first Kickstarter, but decided to in this one. And then last box I have in first edition, they had a solo co-op expansion. And this one they've updated it. So you've got second edition rulebook. Again, similar layout to all the other books. Tells you how to use the AI that's built into the game, map setups, and whatnot. And actually, this was a cool concept that they tested out and designed within first edition to be able to play the game solo, because nowadays not everyone enjoys these style of games, and so but you may like it, and if you want to play solo, you can. So cool concept. They've got these AI cards, and there's different levels. So you got phase 1 and phase 2. So as you're playing your scenarios, you'll draw these, and it'll tell you what type of action that the AI enemy is going to be doing, and that then the order of operations that the enemy is going to be moving their units. And so very cool concept of what they will be doing, all based off of various setups within the game. Set of dice for their some of their abilities and stuff like that. Some of some tokens, number tokens. Anything under there? Nope, nothing's under there. Bunch of command cubes. So huge variety of command cubes, all for the AI players. And then this is what, so as you saw on the top of the card, this one is the covering fire. And then you would look over here and say, okay, covering fire. It's going to show you, you got some commanders as well. It's going to tell you kind of what that unit is going to do. So Blue Barrage, it's going to go through those steps. And you just follow these out based off of what shows on their action card in a sense, and it details. And then here, you've got a box for each of the 5 factions. So you can play as the Germans now. So in the regular solo co-op expansion, it was just the Wehrmacht faction that you could play. Now it's awesome. They've included all 4 of the other factions. So now you can play against 2 German AI players if you wanted to, or against if you wanted to play the British or the German factions and you want to play against some allied AI units. You can now. And figure out how to open this box. But now you've got all the unit tiles. So infantry, you've got emplacements, some weapon emplacements, you've got heavy tanks, you've got light vehicles, you've got some other infantry and other vehicles back here, the blue tokens. And so, like I said, they correspond with these up here as well. So whenever you got a green unit or red or yellow or a blue, again, it corresponds to what you got here. And so this is all the U.S. Forces. And then, like I said, you've got this now for all 4 other factions, including the Wehrmacht. And with the ability to have commanders with these, with the AA commanders, this tells you what reinforcements they're going to get down here on this track down here. resources, and then other things. So, here's the reinforcements. This is the reinforcements they're going to get. So for Tank Ace Commander, they're going to get these reinforcements. They're going to get 1 red and 2 greens, and they're going to get two greens, and so on. So here's their different commander abilities. So then you have 4 sets of action point CPs that you can use so that you can play with a variety of AI units. So very cool setup that they have. Like I said, I enjoyed this from first edition. I'm definitely excited about doing this again in second edition. But that's all I got, folks. Again, huge shout out to Bad Crow Games, especially Brian and Rudy and the rest of the team there. Answering hundreds of emails this past week to all the U.S. backers, because they're focusing on U.S. backers primarily on their shipments for the air expedited freight to try and get it out before the tariffs went into effect with our pause that's on right now. So once I get these all sent over to the team, we'll upload these to our channel, and I'll definitely be uploading these and linking these to the Company of Heroes Facebook group page as well. So take care, and we'll see you on the channel.